Bad Bad Bowling 101 with your boy Coach C. We're here to do a ball review on the 900 Global Origin. Sorry, I did mess up my video. Had a little error, so I had to do the intro here at home, which is not a big deal. So we're doing a 900 Global Origin. Let's take a look at it. It's a very odd color. It's even odder going down the lane. As you can see, I've already rolled it. Here's the layout. The layout is drilled 55 by 5 by 40. So it's our typical layout. What do I expect from it? I expect it to get down the lane, and I expect it to store a little more energy than something, say, the Ion Max, but it's also not as early as something like the Ion Max. It's probably more comparable to the Lethal Venom, which you'll see in the video. I will throw the both to give you an idea. The numbers, of course, will be up here. And make sure you're hitting the like button and subscribe because it's free for you. And it actually helps the channel grow. And then on top of that, make sure you're also checking out the breakpoint. But with no further ado, oh wait, one important thing. BadBadBowling101.com. Make sure you're going there to check out the perfect fit. Trust me, guys, you need to have one. Also, other merch will be going there very shortly. Now, let's go ahead and get to the review. Let's go. All right. Here we go. Let's see. 23 is where we're going to start. Let's see what this baby can do. Not bad. I had to step off and look at it just to watch it roll down the lane and see what it was going to do. Yeah. Not bad, though. Not a bad reaction at all. A little weird going down the lane, though. A little bit weird going down the lane. Yeah, a little weird to pick up. But nevertheless, not bad. No, not bad at all. Again, it's a little weird, the colors combination that they put together, but weird does not necessarily mean bad. Plus, we're here to do what? Look at the ball. So it ran really early. It did a pretty good job blending the lane, so that's a plus. So not bad. Not bad at all. Yes, far. Oh, we got a cheater 10. Now, this interesting. You know, this right here is what I want to see. This tells me a lot. I don't think that read early enough. I think that got a little further down the lane. So, interesting. Interesting that it got a little further down the lane. So, I mean, with a fresh pattern, it's interesting to see. But this is what we want to see. And here's the great part. It's not very angular coming off either. It's really rounder, which is control, you know, predictability. It's pretty good. Yeah. See, a lot of roundness to it, which makes it more predictable. You know what I mean? So when it's coming from the wet to the dry, instead of it coming off and jerking, it's just a gradual round. Control. And control is something that you can really use to not give away the pocket. See, I felt like I got out and around on that one a little bit. So I think the oil may have saved me. But again, control means you ain't giving away the pocket. and that's really, really big. So this is definitely a control piece, and I like the way it rounds. Okay, so we'll go one more from here, and then we'll throw a couple of shots with the Lethal Venom, which I think is what's comparable to this, for me anyway. Yeah, let's take a look at the Lethal Venom. This is what I feel like is more comparable to it as far as the shape. See, because that's a big thing, guys. Understanding your shapes. Like, for example, when after this, I'm gonna do the ball review of the Ultimate Record, and the shape from that is gonna be a big difference from what we're doing now. All right, so Lethal Venom time. Let's go ahead and let you guys take a look at it, because this is what I deem is comparable to it. And then make sure you're watching the shape down lane and when it's starting to read. Ooh, a little high, missed inside by a couple boards. And as you can see, though, it's still gradual. Dare I say the Lethal Venom might be a hair faster, but I did kind of miss inside by a couple boards, so a little closer to the pocket. So let's go ahead and throw another shot with it. Oh, same thing again. Okay, so I deserve that one. I deserve that one, kiddo. I did. That I definitely deserve because I, again, left it in. So I deserve that. Now, this is what I'll tell you. I am working on my mechanics, making a change, trying to be inside at all times, inside the ball. So, with that change, I'm losing a bit of accuracy. So, I'm spraying the lane a little more than usual. All right, so let's try to get a better shot with it without the oops. Let's try not to miss those couple inside. That's better. No, not better. Oops again. All right. So we're gonna try this without the oops, without the miss. Yeah. Much better without the oops. Um, as you can see, they both pretty gradual. They're neither one is angular. They're both rounding pretty much. But what I will say is I think that the Origin is a hair slower. All right, so one last one with the Lethal Venom, and then we'll jump back into the Origin, get a little bit left here, see what we can do with it. Roll out. Okay, so this is where a house shot is beneficial because it gives you a little bit of forgiveness. Now, the only good thing about dry outside is you see a funnel in the back of the pocket, but here's the best part, right? It's still sort of energy to get through the pins, which is odd. I wouldn't keep trying that though, because at some point you're gonna start leaving 10 pins. Now, with that being said, again, I do apologize. In the process of changing my mechanics, trying to keep inside position, so my accuracy is a little bit askew, more than usual. So let's jump back into the Origin, and I'm gonna try to, keep the same line together. Now, there is one other piece to this puzzle, though, that a lot of people don't want to tell you. Finding a ball that gives you the most margin for error, that's what we're all in search for, right? So I'm jumping over to 26 just to see what it looks like from here. Trip 4. Yeah, the ball that gives you the most room for error is what we're all searching for, especially if we're going to be in a tournament or even a league. That ball that gives us the most room for error is the one that we're going to post the highest scores with. And I would like to think that's what we're all searching for. Now, sometimes it's a matter of knowing which ball to be in and not be in at the right time, but that's a video for another day. That's one of them misfires, missing outside again. However, created a mixer because it got back. Although I missed but we're not going to tell anybody. But the origin just bailed me out. So, I hope you guys think that's a great thing. When a ball's bailing you out, you just can't lose. All right, let's try this again without the oops though. Yes, without the oops. So, I can't stress this enough. It gets through the front relatively smooth. I mean, this ball is showing that it can be a really good control piece here. So I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing. Definitely liking what I'm seeing. Trip 4. So, yeah, baby. Lanes are telling me that I might need to move a little bit, which is fine. You just gotta listen to them. They'll tell you. The lanes will tell you if you need to move or not, and they're telling me I need to move. So, let's go ahead and move a couple boards left. Tell the lanes that I was listening. Yeah, let's show them that we were listening a little bit. So the lanes told us with the 4-pin that we left that we need to move a little bit. We made a micro adjustment. Probably could have made a little bigger adjustment. Yep, that's right. The lanes will tell you when it's time to move. Now this ball is showing that it's just pretty awesome, actually. Only problem I don't like is the color. Down, down, down. Yeah, the color is the thing that doesn't jump out at me. But other than that, I mean, the ball it's really good. As you see, it blends the lane, even though we got left. All right, so we can get a couple more. So far, really good control piece, showing a ton of versatility. I like the way it's blending in the lane, that it's not herky-jerky coming off. That is big for me. So that right there is big, big, big for me. Like you see that it didn't jerk coming off. It was smoother. Did I get that a hair inside where I want it to be? Yes. However, it held the line, but with all the oil inside, yes. Now, if that's a 1-to-1 ratio, oh, I'd have been in trouble. Now, we'll get this one, then we'll throw the Lethal Venom. A couple more shots moving left, and we'll call it. So now the question is which one would I prefer, this or the Lethal Venom? You know, that's a big question. Now, again, the Lethal Venom is a touch faster, so I might be able to play them off of each other, but that still remains to be seen. But if I had to have them both in my bag right now, that would bring the question is which one would you take? I don't know. Now, I'm just going to start where I just left off with the origin. So it's cooler. It's cool that if you were really paying attention to the shape and how it just rounded, it didn't look like it was faster here. It looked like it was faster when we were further right, but right here, it didn't look faster. I mean, first shot looked really fantastic. So we'll throw a couple more with it, and then we'll get back in the origin, move a little left, and then go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get out of here. I am a big fan of the lethal venom. But I'm also not a fan of the origin. And it's funny because there's a topic going around. Is there too many bowling balls coming out too much? The answer is, as long as people are buying them, does it really matter? Do I think there's a lot? Yeah, I do. But there's a lot because there's a lot of different brands. So it'll be all right. But it'll be just fine. It'll be just fine. So let's go ahead, get back into origin. We're going to jump over a little more left, and we're going to see what it can do now. With it being it was a fresh shot. I'm not so sure how it's going to look tracking through all that heavy oil in the middle, but we can find out together. Do I think it's going to be fine? Honestly, I have no idea. So we're going to cheat over again, and I think we'll probably have to slow it down just a hair. Yeah. Yep. Slow it down a hair. How you doing, big guy? Get around the corner. Just make sure that we're trying to stay as inside as we can get and get through it. I still don't want to technically be around it because I have. See, the origin has made an impression on me, right? The problem isn't the ball. The problem is that there's so many different bowling balls that come out and that are control pieces. So then I have to make a decision. And it's great for you guys because you just have to pick one. For me, when you do a review of so many, you have to pick and choose between them to decide which one is better for you than another. Now I gotta slow this down a little bit. There we go. All right, so we're gonna get one more. And then this is the 900 Global Origin EX. The numbers will be up here. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe because it's free for you. And make sure you tune into the Breakpoint. And make sure you're telling all your friends about the Bad Bad Bowler on 101.com where they can get the perfect fit, the fidget toy, things like that. Nope. Nope. 10 pin. I seen it coming. But here's the thing. It's spareable. It's a good count. We'll take it. All right. So we'll have one more shot after this. So we got one more shot and then we'll call it. Questions. If you have any, make sure you leave them in the comments. And will I keep this ball? I don't know. Because it comes down to, I just may though. But am I 100% sure? No. However, I really like it. Don't like the color, but I like the ball and the way it works. Oh, that's bad. It was really bad with a good outcome. But anyway, this is the origin of 900 Global. Have a great day.